Good day, everyone. My name is Samuel Sanes, currently the administrator for the island of St. Croix. Today is indeed a special day. We are going to be doing a check presentation to the prestigious Men's Coalition of the Virgin Islands. As many of you are aware, the Men's Coalition has been around for over 30 years, giving services to not only men, but also to women and young children. I'm extremely pleased to be associated with this organization. And without further ado, I'm going to present to you the main speaker for today. Mr. Ali, you have the podium.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's really nice to be here, and I want to offer my thanks and appreciation to Governor Albert Bryan and a number of individuals who have helped us out for the Men's Coalition and provided some financial support so that we can continue working. Also want to thank the Women's Coalition. They helped us to get underway about 35 years ago, and we're still operating. We're offering services mainly to individuals who have problems, domestic violence. Sometimes it's the lady who beats the man, sometimes it's the man who beats the lady, but whichever way, we really try to work with them to give them a sense of accountability in terms of their behavior. We offer a 6-month training, and over that 6-month period of time, 3 months is dedicated to counseling, to find ways and means of dealing with relationships in a more meaningful way. And the other 3 months is really tied into a check-in once a week just to see how things are going. Over this period of time, we've done well over 800 individuals. And by the way, these individuals have all been referred to us by the court. So we have to keep the court active and let them know what's going on. We thank those individuals who've helped us financially. We get some help from the LEGV, and we also get some help from Human Services, and of course, now we're getting some from this particular section. Want to thank Carl Knight, that's the gentleman who said we'll get some help for you. And also he turned me over to Samuel Sanes, who said this is the way to go. And also Christina Diaz in the office for giving us that little support for the Men's Coalition. So now we must, in addition to the counseling for behavior, provide information about COVID, how to keep safe, and do what we can. Our plan is to continue. We don't think that we'll be able to stop violence entirely, but we want to get people aware of some ways how they can relate to each other that doesn't lead to violence at the end of the day. So we really appreciate all the efforts, and you could be guaranteed and supported that we will do everything in our power to continue to make things work. So thanks again, Governor, and your team here for keeping us going. And of course, I got to mention our good Captain Adams. He is our president. And Mr. Cornell Troutman, he is the director of the program. He's unable to be here today, but without his support, we wouldn't be where we are today. So we're going to keep things floating over as best we could. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ali. And before I continue, a little trivia here. I just noticed that all three of us used to work at one point in the Department of Labor. So we're in a cycle here. So once again, without any further ado, I'd like to present to you the Honorable Governor Albert Bryan.
Do we clap or anything?
You're good. Good morning, Virgin Islands. Can you hear me now? Good morning. I had a mishap. I turned off the mic. Good morning. For 8 months now, we have been dealing with coronavirus here in the Virgin Islands, and we've been fortunate in a lot of ways in terms of dealing with the virus. We haven't had those surges at our hospital. We haven't had people who we couldn't deal with medically. We haven't had a massive spread of coronavirus where we had a lot of deaths. Certainly the 22 that we had were impactful, but at the onset of this, we were really fearful that we would have much more. And there's another virus that's in our community. I heard it on the radio today. It's called stigma. You know, as we move through these 8 months, there are a lot of our seniors that have been locked away in their homes trying to remain safe. There are people who have been working from home and missed the conversation of their fellow workmates. There are students who can't get out because now schools are closed. And the general lack of social activity that we have become accustomed to culturally has caused a malaise on not only the people of the Virgin Islands, but the people of the world. It's actually like a coronavirus depression that people have been suffering from that. And that is why, like, more important than ever now, we need to look to our behavioral health to try to find solutions to this. I always say we function on 3 keels of health. That's physical health, mental health, and spiritual health. And certainly our spiritual health has been impacted as a lot of people can't get out to church or their places of worship. And our physical health is being affected because people are more sedentary now and may be exposed to the virus. But our mental health is something that we continue as a people of the West Indies to kind of ignore. And in a small community, no one wants to be characterized of having issues or needing to see a counselor. More even so than that, most of us won't ask for help. I think that the work that the Men's Coalition has done over the years is tremendous, not only in terms of giving the help, but tearing down the stigma that as men, and especially men of color, that we can reach out for help and it's okay, that we can feel emotions more than just anger or happiness. Sometimes we just need somebody to talk to that understands. And with so much pressures in your house now, people can't get paid because they're unemployed, checks may be delayed, and the unemployment that started in March continues to linger. It is now in this time that we felt it necessary to start to arm these organizations in our nonprofit sector with some of the tools that they need and a little bit of cash in order to give more services. But they can't help you if you don't reach out. And when you look at this, this is volunteer work that's being done by the president, Melbourne Adams, as he's done for so many years, and Abdul Ali, who is almost synonymous with the Men's Coalition. That corner place right there by the Cyan Farm stoplight. So I just want to thank him and Captain Melbourne, Captain Adams, for all the work that they've been doing and their entire team for what they do. And for this check is just a small token of our support for what they do in this community. And all of this goes into our total Healthier Horizon package that we have pushed forward. Telehealth, telemedicine, behavioral health, EMS merger. And as we close out now, going into the new year and a new legislature, we're hoping that some of these things that address mental health and just health in our community can be addressed by the 33rd before we leave to the 34th. So I want to thank you guys for coming. And on behalf of the government of the Virgin Islands and the people of the Virgin Islands, we want to present you with this check. Nobody brought the check. That's not good.
So it is, once again, it is extreme pleasure to be here, and we are going to do the presentation, sir. Mr. Adams.
So on behalf of the people of the Virgin Islands, I'd like to present you this check to the Men's Coalition of $50,000. I hope that it helps some people in our community. And then Governor, thank you.
Thank you once again. I want to thank media for once again doing such an exceptional job. And I want to thank the people of the Virgin Islands for their continuous support. Mr. Ali, Mr. Adams, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And of course, Honorable Governor Bryan, thank you once again. Thank you.